Superhero Ishigami. Superhero Ishigami.
Hey, he came in like D Wade. He threw up the alley oop. Kaguya slammed that.
And the worst thing, he didn't know he was assistant. So this is the greatest assist because he assisted without even knowing. What's up, guys? It's 2/3 of the AK Mindset Pod group. You know who he is. We're Joe. We're repping out here.
And it's Daniel. We're back again. Rewatching Kaguya. We rewatched episode 2. So we're gonna come and discuss what we thought about the episode.
Yeah. So the AK rewatch episode 2. We're getting in. We're going hard, trying to get that content out for you guys. So let's begin. Of course.
So we started off. This week we only had 3 parts to the episode. So we start off with Kaguya wants to know, and this is when Kaguya, she's with the Fujiwara sisters and the president's sister as well, and they're all going on a shopping trip, and she's trying to use this as an opportunity to get closer to the president's sister and to find out what he might want for his birthday gift.
Are you telling me that was Chika's sister?
Yeah.
You know I didn't clock that. That's embarrassing. What? It makes so much sense now, man. Okay, rah. Well, that changed the game.
The rules and changing the game.
Trust me. Yeah, window shopping. Window shopping.
Yeah, they were window shopping still.
And the thing is, like, it's so funny because this episode just showed you how, like, broke they are, like that side of the family compared to Kaguya. And we've seen her mansion, her cars, her everything, and then you see like the president's sister just calculating how much this is worth
in newspaper rounds.
In newspaper.
She said this is 450 newspaper rounds. I said, wow, that's quick maths to be fair, but
proper quick. But that's how you know you've been about the struggle lifestyle. That's the real struggle. That's when the pounds and the pences are always been calculating in your head, like you're always trying to calculate.
But I'm not gonna. I respect her, but Fujiwara's sister, she is bona fide widow for what she was trying to say. She said, "Oh yeah, wouldn't it be fun to lock her up?" I said, "Hello, aren't you in middle school too? How are you twisted that young?"
She's messed. But okay, there's something about their household and their whole family that's messed up.
I told you, politicians' daughters, bro.
And now we know the truth, isn't it? It's all of them.
Exactly.
Like, I would hate to see the parents. Like, it's crazy. And the thing is, she came out saying, Kate, she's so cute. Kate's so cute. Oh my days.
I lie? It was so nice at the beginning.
I was like, wow, she's so sweet. Then she followed up, bro. How can you then say that's the type you love to corrupt? Like, you just love to make bad. I was like,
hey,
I'm speechless.
I don't even blame you because I'm just trying to process where did this even sprout from? Where did you get this desire to corrupt nice people?
There was no need. Like, she had zero need to do that.
I'm worried for her.
I still don't understand why she said that. You could just let that slide, let that go, and we carry on with our window shopping, like enjoy our shopping.
Exactly. We were shopping, we were looking at clothes, what's in style, and then you have to ruin it. Sour the mood, man. Trust
me. I think what I liked the most throughout that was the whole time Kaguya was plotting, like, how can I get close to the sister?
Oh, that was
like, how can I was just out here dying because I feel like she can never just relax and enjoy herself.
Mm-hmm,
like, she also has something on her mind.
Yeah, and also I liked how when she did manage to close the distance, she was finding it awkward to like relate to the sister, and then when they finally got into a conversation, she was like, oh, she's just like the president, and then she's having a delusion. She's like, oh yeah, I'm on a date with the president by going out with his sister because she sees them as being so similar. And that's weird, by the way, but like I guess it's kind of sweet too, but more weird than sweet.
But we're not gonna say sweet at all, bro. She is a nutcase. From when I was seeing that, and I was like, there's something really wrong about what she's doing. Like, she needs to see a therapist.
It's just the difference from season 1 and season 2. I can't imagine season 1 Kaguya doing all of this nonsense. But to be fair, when the president's sister appeared in the first season, she was always trying to get on her good books. And what's funny is that the president's sister actually admires Kaguya, so she's like, it's kind of vice versa, but they don't know each other's intentions. Because when she came back home, she was like, oh yeah, Kaguya calls me by my first name, bragging to Shirogane.
Yeah, no, they definitely need to improve their communication skills in this.
No fact.
Because if the people start talking to each other, there'll be less problems, way less problems.
I just don't understand Fujiwara. I don't understand Kaguya. I don't understand why she's so obtuse with her schemes, man.
I don't think we'll ever get to understand them, because as we see later on in this episode, she doesn't understand herself. Like, she's in full-on
conflict, inner turmoil.
That is crazy. Like, from when you're questioning your own self within yourself and then saying, right, but at the end of the day, this is still my decision. You know, you're tapped.
Exactly.
You know you're tapped.
So what do you think of the whole shopping trip as a whole segment? What did you think of that segment?
I feel like it was good to get out of the classroom and get out of the school. Like, obviously that setting, we've got so used to it, but I do like seeing the outside world and how they interact, because obviously how you interact within the settings of a school is going to be so different from how you interact outside the school, because it's such a formal setting. So we saw her relax a bit. She was not as tense, and that's definitely because the president wasn't around. We saw how we got to see another side of her nature and how she observes people around her. When the president is not right in front of her, she can see the characteristics of other people and see what qualities she likes of other people, even though she does compare it to the president in the end of the day. But that's neither here or there.
Yeah, I agree with what you said. It's kind of like we see her be like a normal girl in that sense, where she's not always trying to be plotting up the next scheme, but she's awkward. She's trying to relate to her friends. She's just trying to have a good time, where she's away from the family estate. Because I know when she's at home, unless she's with Hayasaka, it's just stress because of the weight that the Shinomiya name holds. But it was nice to see her out with her friends, you know, just doing things that normal people would do. And it's nice actually got to go out, because they had to delay the outing like multiple times, because things kept coming up to like postpone it. So it was actually nice that they all got to go out like that.
It's true. It's very true. They deserve it. They deserve a shopping trip.
Yes, claps for them.
What did she even buy in the end?
She didn't buy anything. She was like, I don't buy my clothes, so I don't know.
That's the one. That's a different lifestyle.
Privilege. That's
a different, way different lifestyle.
Wish it was me.
Just trust me. I said I don't buy my clothes. I don't worry about that. That ain't what you buy your own clothes, right? That's different, man. That's different.
Yeah, you see me, I'm built different. I don't even need to buy my own clothes. I get there and their clothes are there.
Man said like magic. I close my eyes, open it, ta-da. Oh my days. Yeah, that whole interaction was really sick for me. And you can tell that, especially at that kind of end of that section, when obviously I feel like she's very jealous of Chika. She's jealous of how free she is.
She's jealous of her breasts too.
That's a fact. She's like, rah, the dimensions, the size, the volume.
She's packing cannons.
For real. But I feel like Kaguya she wants to be involved at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's actually a good thing you mentioned about her being jealous, because that little speech she said at the end, like cussing out Chika when she was hugging, Kay? Fam, why does she have to go so hard for? She was like, oh yeah, you're like the embodiment of lust, trying to attract men. I'm just like, whoa, she just gave it a hug, man. And then as soon as the other sister calls her over, she's just like, oh yes. She just goes over, all cutesy. I'm just like, fam, you were just talking up a madness.
And I was like, if they could hear what she was saying in her head.
I'm telling you, it would be curtains.
For real. Once a game over, this friendship, this whatever this is, it can't go on.
It's finished.
I am happy that we'll probably down the line see them two hang out more.
Yeah, that'll be good.
That's just a cool interaction. And to be honest, she does definitely remind me, Kay definitely reminds me of the president a lot.
Yeah, just in her actions, like she's helping people,
Like,
the way she saved that girl,
they're
quick
practically the same
reflexes,
person. Mm.
even using the
Quick.
coupon.
They're one and the same, even though like you can see they have that brother and sister relationship where
Yeah.
like you don't really appreciate each other, but you guys are fully committed to like that loving relationship. But then you just, some things you say about your brother and sister, you be like, rah, but at the end of the day, what they were doing for you is actually good.
Yeah,
like why are you
Kaguya was
complaining?
pointing out, what's it? How he was giving her money for her birthday, even though they said they're not supposed to. That's a nice thing to do, isn't it?
Facts. Kaguya was like, that's sweet. What do you mean? What are you talking about? And she was like, what? Nah, we had an agreement. We had an agreement. She was looking vexed.
I think she's just frustrated. Okay.
No,
but moving on to the middle part of the episode, it's kind of like a part 1 of 2 kind of thing, because this story leads off into the next one. So this part was called Kaguya Wants to Give a Gift. And just for a short synopsis, the president's birthday is approaching, so Kaguya thinks up of a gift. She bakes up a wedding cake to give to man, and Hayasaka's telling her she's an idiot, and she doesn't realize until it's the actual day that she's like, oh, I got the wrong cake for man. And then she gives him a fan and tells him to close his eyes, gives him a slice of the cake, and then they take the wedding cake out of there and they have to eat it by themselves. But I think the main moment was her giving the president the cake and the present, because that's quite a major thing if you think about it, compared to season 1 especially, because that's like a major gesture, if you can say
it's
that.
true. She, like, I was gonna say she's never had the confidence, but she does have the confidence. It's more like she didn't have the will to actually tell herself that she's gonna take a direct action that is kind of caring or loving or shows appreciation to the president, because it might come back to bite her, which it low-key kind of does. But you know what I mean?
Flipped it though.
she did flip it. She came with the Uno flip card. The twist,
reverse card.
What's it? The Uno reverse.
She
slapped that down. Oh my days. But we definitely have to shout out the queen, Hayasaka, because I love her so much. I know I'm probably going to say this every time we record. I'm going to just shout out how much I love Hayasaka.
Hey, obligatory Hayasaka praise hour. Yeah.
100%.
That's a queen.
It is. And
Big
the way
sis.
she told her straight away, she's an idiot.
she was being dumb though. Like, who's gonna eat that big cake by themselves? Come on, man.
Bro, the cake was so big. That was actually a proper wedding cake.
Fam, he's only turning 17, you know.
And why was she so pleased about it? Did she make it herself? She was so pleased. Like, I remember, look at her.
It was the chef who made it. It wasn't even her.
Wow. The way she was appreciating it was like she spent a good 20 hours sweating and slaving away baking. That's how she was acting. And if she made it, I would have said, okay, I understand why you're so gassed about this. But Hayasaka was just looking at her, looked at the cake, and was like, this girl, man, she's gonna kill me. This girl's gonna be my death. She's gonna do me. I need to get out of here. I saw it in her face.
I don't even blame her. She's talking about, the strawberries got 17% sugar content. My guy, why do you care about that? Is that really the pressing matter? The most important aspects of what you're doing? Talking about the sugar content of strawberries.
17%. Like, that's important. We don't care. Are you looking? Look in front of you. What do you see? Then look in the mirror and look at yourself. And what do you reevaluate your life, please?
You can tell she wasn't even thinking. She had the flower. She was in one brain cell mode. That's what I'm going to call it. Because she had the ditzy face and the flower coming out of her head. She's just like, oh, there's no problems here. She was just looking, I don't even know how to describe her. She was not on the earth, bruv. She just wasn't, she wasn't in the zone.
I don't know what she's on, but sometimes she really just, she just goes. She goes and she's there. She's standing there, but she's not there. And Hayasaka, I feel so sorry for her because she must have experienced this the most throughout her time working with that family. She would be gone from the universe. And you're like, what is happening?
Nothing's bringing her back, until she
At
realizes
all.
it herself.
At all. And she did clock on.
She did.
She did.
It was a bit too late though.
It was a tad. Bro.
How did she get the cake into the room, by the way? She must have come mad early.
All I know is she's too ridiculous, because how can it take you that long to clock on? Because when I'm struggling with a cake into a car, into finding a way to transport it, then finding a way to carry it into the school, I'm clocking, wait, maybe I'm doing too much, you know? That's what's going through my head. But she's like, nah, this is calm, this is good.
Yeah,
Wow.
we're Gucci, man. No worries.
Wow.
She's lost, man. I'm sorry. She's lost.
Nah, I have faith. I have faith that her ways, she would turn and walk away from her old ways, her bad ways, and she'll become a new person. That's what I have hope for.
Yeah, she's becoming a new person, a confused person, bro.
I said a newly confused individual every time she sees the president.
It's actually only going to get worse, because I remember in the later episodes, but when we get to those episodes, then we'll talk about it. But moving on, what did you think about the whole mind court scene that we had with like Ice Queen Kaguya, then Dumb Kaguya, and then later on the judge child Kaguya? What did you think about all those personas, like the whole debate that she was having inside her head?
I feel like it's so sick that we get to see the internal turmoil she goes through every day and every second when she's within the presence of their president. Like it was cool just to see that dynamic at play. And going back to what we were saying, it shows you how lost she is. How can you be so lost that you're in a court procession with yourself, with different versions of yourself, just to come and judge your behavior?
You're talking to yourself, you know, you're arguing with yourself as if you're talking to 3 different people, but it's really just 3 different versions of yourself.
Facts. Do you know how confused I was? I was like, aren't you clocking it? Please, you can't be doing this. This is not normal. It's not actually normal. But it was so jokes just to see that interaction. And you see, what's it called? The Ice Queen. Yeah, Ice Queen Kaguya. How she was like, wow, this guy, he can't be for you. Like, your father wouldn't have it. We have a standard to uphold. We have the family name. Pattern up. We don't do this. This is not our behavior. We're on a different planets. We're not on the same atmosphere, please. We don't breathe the same air.
Even though she was like, oh, on a biological level, I do think I like him. But she was like, oh, we're Shinomias, man. We'll meet someone better. But then the dumb Kage's just like, nah, I want to go on a date. I want to kiss him. I want to do X, Y, Z. I want all of it. I said I wanted to. Oh yeah, she said more. I was like, hey, what is this more you're talking about? I hope he's reading books. I hope they're reading books and nothing else. Yeah, I think and more is reading the Bible and quoting scriptures.
Amen. Oh my days. And then we had the child Kaguya.
Oh yes. She was just there for banter. She was just like, oh, I don't even know what you guys are talking about. I'm a kid.
I loved how stress-free she looked, the child Kaguya. She was like, bro, all this nonsense in front of me. Can we just end this procession and just leave?
Yeah, she said, it's up to you, my guy.
And with that, she was speaking the most facts.
Exactly.
Because that's what you need to hear.
You're right. She is right. She was like, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you're the one who makes the decision. I mean, we are all you. Even though you're arguing, and at the end of the day, it's your decision to make. Yeah,
it's true. And she did. I feel like she felt, obviously it's all her, so she did feel what they're all
they're
saying.
all different like sides to her. I do like that scene because I think there's like a deeper undertone to it, because I feel like there's still aspects of like the Ice Queen in Kaguya, and then like when we do get her backstory and we understand why she was the way she was then, I think we'll understand why she still retains some aspects of that personality. And then I don't know when this dumb Kaguya formed, maybe when she stopped being the Ice Queen, but I guess that's when like she's being unfiltered in her romantic feelings. So I think just the conflict between those 2 personalities, because they're both her, it's just like, I think it's something everyone goes through. Like, everyone has different sides to them. So I definitely have a even though it was a funny scene, there's definitely more deeper meaning to it. So I like it.
It definitely is. Because you have those moments, it's like just the arguing, like you agree with that behavior, but part of you also be like, look, but I also can't be doing that. But part of you is like, but that's also me. Like I'm all those sides. I'm all of those things at the same time. And I feel like Kaguya is like, you can see her growing, especially in this episode. She's growing and seeing that I can have all these feelings at the same time. I can feel like I have to uphold the standard of my family name, but I can also care for the president, and I can also show my feeling towards him. You know what I mean? I can do all of that at once.
I agree with all that. And in the end, she makes her own decision to give him the cake and the present. And I feel like that's this is a very key moment in their just relationship as friends as of now. I feel like this is one of those things that helps bring people closer, you know, like gifts bring people closer because it shows that you're not just any kind of friend. You're like a friend that I care about and I'm willing to spend money and think of something to give you to show like the sign of our bond. And I think that shows in the choice of her gift. It was kind of handcrafted, where we see that she did the calligraphy on the fan. So that's why I think that's one of the reasons why I think the president liked it so much, because you can definitely tell she put thought into it, because she has so much money, so she could have got basically anything, but she chose a fan where she did her own artwork on it. So I think
it's mad sweet.
Yeah, it's a really good, thoughtful gift, and that's what I think it brought them together and made their feelings even stronger for each other. So it's like a heartwarming end to the episode.
I agree still. Like it just topped it off at that moment. We went through all that nonsense, but at least we got to something that was of substance.
So what did you think overall of that second part then? I
think, like I said, it was just mad jokes. I feel like it was all about the start of the mind games. Like it was all about, right now, it was actually the only time where both of them weren't actually playing any games at all. But I feel like because it was for a special occasion. So it was like, maybe special occasions, they can really show they can actually do something serious. And yeah, that was whole. I think the thing that I found the funniest thing is like, after all that, and she gave him the slice of cake, and she tells him, do not open that sealed door.
That's a slip in a bit of comedy for the serious moment.
I was crying.
That was funny.
I was crying. Man said the whole cake is gonna be chilling there. Man said do not touch it. And I love how everybody still fears her. Even after she's done something sweet, the fear is still there that she can straight tell you to do something and you'll just obey. You're like, okay, okay. What about you?
Yeah, I thought it was a very nice part. I liked it because it's just them two. So we don't really see those scenes that often. And it's kind of a moment, like as you said, where they're both being serious and you get them being honest with none of the mind trickery, one trying to checkmate the other. Yeah. And I guess you get to see them be more as normal kids, you know, but they're not trying to do the mind games. Like, that's an honest reaction from Kaguya when she gives him the cake and she doesn't want him to look at her. And then she goes out all embarrassed and gets comforted by Hayasaka. That was nice. And then you see Shirogane, he's gassed. He's like, oh yeah, my girl called me a fan. He's smiling, talking about, oh yeah, I'm so happy. So it was all nice. And then the comedy at the end where like Hayasaka has to eat most of the cake. So like, we can't waste, we're not food wasters here, man. Not in this house.
We do not waste food. That is for sure. All of it will be gone.
Even though my belly will be full.
I might even die. But we will not waste it.
Your bowels are going to be finished, I'm not going to lie.
Oh my days, people. That's too much cake still. I'm not going to lie. I would forgive them if they throw it away. I'll forgive them. That's a big wedding cake for me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think two people can eat a wedding cake by themselves. So if they finish that, hats off to them.
Facts.
Okay.
They need.
Now to the final part of the episode. I think this was the funniest part for me personally. It's called Chika Fujiwara wants to confirm it. So this is the day after the president's birthday, and Chika is the only one who doesn't know it was his birthday. So she comes in and she sees him flexing with the fan, asks him who gave it to him, and he doesn't want to confirm who gave him the fan. So she assumes that she assumes that he likes Kaguya because he doesn't want to confirm Kaguya gave him the fan. And this is because Kaguya did some mind games telling Chika that, oh yeah, I gave the president a birthday present. I thought you knew. I guess he only wanted me to know. And the president was trying to be nice and not tell Chika that Kaguya got the present because he knew that this could be used to checkmate her. But Kaguya is a savage and she doesn't leave no openings.
That's why no one can ever trust her, man. When I saw that scene, I knew that you can't trust her.
You can't. He was trying to be nice to her, you know.
Bro, I was in shock because I totally forgot about that. That came fresh. I knew that. I was like, whoa. She was plotting, even in her deepest, kindest moment, her most innocent, open moment. Evil runs deep in her veins. She
got ice in her veins.
Bro, oh my days. She's very different. Because I did not. The thing is, I should have expected it. I should have known that it's not as simple. She will never be in a situation where she leaves herself open for nonsense to come back to her.
Fam, I couldn't believe, because my man, the president, he saw the whole situation, how it could play out in his favor, and he was like, nah, she gave me this out of good intentions, so yeah. I'm not even gonna move like that. And then it backfires, and he's just like, oh, okay, so we're playing like this. Okay, cool. We can roll. It can run. And he adapts quickly. He's like, yeah, super quick. I respect it though. I respect how quickly he switched up, because he was like, oh wow, I can't believe he did this to me. He's like, oh, okay, we're roaring then.
But do you remember? Wait, the thing that got me was his face when Kaguya was talking the most, and man came in. It was like the little angle zoom in, and you just see one eye get bigger. Man was like, what is happening here? I'm being exposed. This is getting political. And Chika running her mouth.
Oh like, my days, she talks the most.
Bro.
Not even letting man get a word in. She's like, oh, do you like him? Do you like her?
She gave like a machine gun. It was like, brrr. I was like, whoa, Chika, slow down. Chika said, what? Her brain was working at 200 miles per hour.
Fam, doing mad speculation. You see that politician daughter, bro? What? See, that's the sneaky tactics. The slander. See? That's how they spread the propaganda, bro. Can't trust these people.
You know what's funny? You said it was you have never lied about this. The more we watch, the more I see the antics, the politics come out. I see her training.
No, she tried to control the narrative because she wasn't letting man get a word in. She was like, oh, so you didn't want anyone else to know it's your birthday. Oh, so you wanted me and Kaguya to celebrate it alone. Oh, so you like her. Wait, when did I say any of that?
What? Stop putting words in my mouth. That's what the president was. President was thinking. Yeah, the president knew. He was like, right, it might be over for me. This might be my time. It might. And I love that the checkmate. Man said, checkmate. And I was like, wow, this is the day. This is the day it all comes out. But no, like you said, he hit the Uno reverse.
Hey, he said, nah, wait. I said, she found out my birthday on her own. I didn't even tell her. She had the reverse ready though, but she got flustered. She was like, oh, he's using my fan. I'm so happy. So her sense of reason was overridden by her sense of attraction.
Which is just a bad formula, because he was smart. He smelled blood. He was like, okay, I see how the situation is now. She's like, I'm going to destroy her. She will not live. I've learned my lesson. This is the day I have to kill her straight.
When he said, oh yeah, she set the scene. She turned on the lights, came with a slice of cake. And Chika, you know how mine's going 200 miles an hour, so she's doing all kinds of assumptions along with that information.
Chika by then was doing backflips. She was like, "What? Are you
Mental
mad?"
gymnastics.
She's like, Chika needed. I knew after if everything went that way, Chika would need a day off, just one day, just to chill and relax. Just so her brain can defuzzle and just go back to default mode and relax. Cause wow, she was jumping.
But in comes Ishigami. He comes in to save Kaguya unknowingly.
Superhero Ishigami. Superhero Ishigami.
Hey, he came in like D Wade. He threw up the alley oop. Kaguya slammed that.
And the worst thing, he didn't know he was assisting. So this is the greatest assist because he assisted without even knowing.
Exactly. That's actually crazy. Man was like, "Oh yeah, it's his birthday. Don't you know the birthdays of people you're close to? Oh wow, you're using my fountain pen." And then Kaguya was like, "Oh yes, I can't let this opportunity slide."
It's an opportunity. The moment has appeared.
Yeah, but he was
Chika
funny
felt
though.
bad.
He was funny. He was like, "Oh, only you didn't know?
So what? You?
Just you?"
That's embarrassing.
But why is he so funny though?
I don't see this whole episode. I was saying that during the watch, I missed him. Like when he's not there, his presence is actually missed. Even if he sits in the corner and says nothing but reacts with his body language.
I'm telling you, that's our guy, Ishigami.
It's a lot.
He's too funny.
He's too jokes. I was legit crying. I was like, yeah, he came to save the day and he didn't even know it. And the way Kaguya was reacting to him.
Thank you. Like, he was shook. He was like, "Whoa, what kind of ulterior motives you got here, man?"
Trust me. Why did she sway like that?
Listen, she was gassed. The whole game was about to be fumbled. The bag, she spilled all the contents, but he picked up for her, man.
In one big swoop, saved the day, collected all the taxes, all the receipts she dropped. He collected them and put back in the box, wrapped and sealed.
Series was about to be done, you know.
It would have ended.
No more Love is War.
No more. So the love is revealed, and now they're lost. They don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm. I found it funny that. Oh, go on.
No, carry on. No, you go.
Okay. I said I found it funny the way Chika ran out, because she ran out like how Ishigami would run out when he said he's going home.
Came with the tears, came with the whoa! Just started doing 10 toes. Nah, Chika, I know she was mad embarrassed about that situation.
She should be, man.
Because I feel like she throughout, we know she's hella selfish.
Mm-hmm.
But she hates being looked at as the odd one. You know what I mean? She likes being the one that's just the norm. Everybody just involved in everything and everybody's like involved in the collective. So now and Ishigami is usually the one that she low-key kind of sees like, I don't want to be like him because he never really gets involved in the collective. Like if anything, like in the game of life, he'll be the first one to die. Like in the, in anything, he's the first one to leave. But in this situation, it was her who was not involved. Like she was like, "What? I'm the only one who didn't know. How could that be?"
Because she's a social butterfly, no? She knows everything socially. So why does she not know the president's birthday? Slacking, man.
Very much slacking. I told her she's involved with too many clubs. She has too many. She probably has like a couple, like 4 birthdays on that same day that she had to prepare for.
Is she gonna do final snap for them guys too?
She might need to. That's where she went. She went to look for the Infinity Stones. She jumped off world.
That's a mad thing still. Okay, so who do you think? Okay, what's your overall thoughts on that part then?
Overall, I feel like it was a great way to end the procession of events. I feel
Mm.
like in this episode, everything was semi-linked, if you know what I mean. Everything
Yeah.
we saw happen was there was a link between it, like from everything, the birthday, the indecisiveness, the internal battle, and then finally we get a nice ending where it shows that this whole situation was them two overthinking everything. Like there was actually
Yep.
no need, and it came out with how that the simplicity of Ishigami. He's such a simple, honest guy. So everything that had escalated, it was like a big balloon. Man just came in and popped it and showed everybody the true reality. Like, this is nonsense, man. It's like, it's a birthday. Guys, pattern up, please. You know what I mean? It's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I like that way. I like the way you put that. Because there's
So I loved it.
you have the overarching plot line of it's the president's birthday. So we see the birthday, we see Kaguya shopping for the birthday, and then we see after the birthday. And like them two, they blew it up. And they're trying to use a nice gesture and turn it into a battlefield. And then Ishigami's just like, oh yeah, I gave you this pen because that's what friends do. And that's what it's really about at the end. You do nice things for your friends. You don't do it just so you have leverage over them in your mind games. Them two are doing nonsense.
Doing the most nonsense. They need, and I feel like they're learning a lot from each other, and they're learning, and they even saw that. I feel like they've all clocked on, like, oh, in that moment, yeah, Ishigami's right. Like, why this whole situation what we're talking about and discussing and elevating doesn't make sense, because in the end of the day, it was your friend's birthday.
Facts.
You're going to give them something.
Facts.
Let's not escalate. There doesn't need to be any alternative like thought process or that's it.
Facts. I agree with all of that. I think MVP for this episode, I'm gonna give it to Ishigami for his masterclass performance in that last part.
Tell him, even though it was minimal, even though he wasn't involved in a lot, he came in the clutch
Exactly.
moments.
He came in clutch.
Game 7, last the 3-pointer, the corner shot, swish.
Ooh. You know the man's buzzer beater.
You know the ones. Easy. One had to flex. He said, it's Ishigami time. Look at the clock. Ishigami time.
Yes. Playoff for you, yeah.
Trust me. I love that guy so much, man. He's two jokes.
Okay, let's round up. So what do you final thoughts on the episode as a whole, and then rating?
Okay. Episode as a whole. It was, see, I don't want to compare it too much to the first episode we watched, but I would say the first had more, I think it was funnier, and I think maybe that's because of the lack of Ishigami for me, so maybe just a bias thing, but I still thoroughly enjoyed the watch. Like, it was jokes, and I enjoyed like the different characters that we got to see in this episode, especially in the first little story arc part. Overall, I'll probably give it a solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
It didn't bang me. It wasn't anything really special to. Not saying that's not special, because obviously
but it was solid.
It was, yeah, that's the one. Very solid. What about you?
Yeah, I think echo your thoughts. It was more of a calm episode. It was less on the funny side, more on the, I guess, plot side. I mean, there was some jokes here and there. I think the funniest joke was in that last part with when Ishigami was berating Chika for not remembering the birthday. I just like that whole 3-panel scene where it's just like does a close up on her face. Like, that was funny. And then when she runs out. But yeah, I mean, I had a nice serious moment in the middle of the episode. Hayasaka was nice, even though she was there for like 10-20 seconds. Queen. And the first part, it was good. It was good. It was nice to see the younger sister for Chika, even though she's a bit of a widow. In fact, no, she's a widow. But
she's straight out weird, man.
Yeah, same thoughts as you. I think 8 out of 10. It was a good episode though. Like it's still maintaining the consistency. It was just wasn't that punch you got with the premiere episode, if you know what I mean.
I hear that. I definitely agree. But I feel like every episode can't be a knockout blow. Like,
yeah, facts.
So we sometimes have to appreciate
these
just
cool
a calm,
episodes.
solid. Yeah, that's all. It's a solid episode. Like I can't die every week. Come on.
Yeah.
What life would I have?
Yeah, that's true. You know, yeah. But I guess this is the end. Shall we wrap it up here?
Yeah, let's just wrap it up. Yeah. So guys, thanks for listening once again. It's the AKRewatch. You know,
yes, sir.
Another banger, Kaguya-sama, Love is War, and obviously we're gonna continue enjoying like making these because it's just so fun. You know what I mean?
That's facts. And
yeah. So, go on.
And we're gonna try to be consistent, and then depending on the full season, you might see some new series added to this whole AKRewatch we're doing. Well, it won't be a rewatch. I guess it'll just be a watch then. So.
The AKRewatch. Hey, that sounds. You know how wavy that sounds. I said the AKRewatch.
On the fly. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Once again, as always, leave your thoughts in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, share on the socials. You know, all them things there. It'll be Daniel signing off. Pieces, deuces.
Yeah, guys, I'll catch you guys in a bit. Peace and love. You know it is.